My father was 85 years old. He had both multiple sclerosis and advanced dementia, and I could barely connect with him when I came to visit him in 2016. I ended up becoming his conservator and taking care of all of his needs. And of course, I wanted to provide the best for him, even though he was barely there. I wanted to give him everything, every advantage I possibly could. So one of the first things that I did was to introduce structured water into his life. All of his drinking water and all of the water used to prepare his food became structured water. And it was very interesting to watch, and interesting because this was not somebody who had a bias towards an outcome one way or the other, because he could not really process information to begin with. So what we saw, his caregivers and I, in the first few days was that, and not to be too graphic, but his body completely cleaned out. He had a bloatedness all over, like under his skin and under his eyes, and he just had this puffy quality. And that went away, and his belly had been kind of bloated, and about 50% of that within about less than a week just went away. So that was lovely, and so it was clearly good for his health. His coloring was better, and he seemed more present. He was more likely to connect with us when we looked at him. But the most astonishing thing was, after just a few days, he started to talk. And for 3 weeks, I was able to have conversations with him. Not too many, and they didn't last too long, but they were real conversations with a present person. I could say, I love him, I love you, and he would say that back. And it was extraordinary. It didn't last too long, and I believe that was because he was so profoundly debilitated. He didn't really have the energy to continue, and his life was not meant to continue. But for me, structured water gave me my father back for a few weeks. A genuine connection with somebody I adored. I believe that if he had been younger, in somewhat better health, that the introduction of structured water would have made a more deeper and longer lasting result for him. But as it was, it improved his quality of life, and it helped us both, I think, have closure, which was extraordinarily valuable to me. This is one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about structured water. When I see something like this that you can't make up, it's absolutely convincing that structured water changes people's lives for the better.